Hey, want to get involved in the National Electrical Code? You definitely can. Let's take a look at what that process is. The NEC is revised based on an ANSI consensus-based process. We start off with a call for public inputs. So this could be from trade groups, it could be from industry associations, it could be from individuals that are working in the industry, it could just be from somebody that has an idea and just sends it in to us. So all of these are collected and then they're broken up and sent to the individual code making panels based on the articles that they refer to. As we go through those, some are accepted, some are rejected, many are modified and added to, and eventually the first draft is published. Now, this document is also made public, and we accept comments on it as well. So there's going to be another deadline for the public comments on those first draft changes. We will go ahead and, again, consider all of those, make further modifications or additions as may be the case, and then the second draft will be published. Finally, that second draft will then be voted on. If you want to get involved, there's many different ways to do it. As I said, you could submit public inputs, you can submit public comments, but the fact of the matter is your input is going to have more weight if you have a group of people behind you. One thing that's been done in previous code cycles is the Solar and Storage Industry Forum, which is sponsored by SEIA, Solar Energy Industries Association, and other groups. And this brings together stakeholders from across the industry to work on consensus-based proposals that are then submitted as a group and have the weight of a bunch of people behind it. Not only are they worked out and they're written up with good arguments and good language, they also have 20, 30, 50, 80 people signing off on them, people that are involved in the industry, which hopefully gives them a little more weight when they're submitted and come before the code making panels. Now, the 2029 timeline here is really expedited, and that is because there is going to be a significant reorganization process in 2029. You can go to the NFPA website to find out more about that. The fundamental fact is they're trying to modernize the existing structure to improve the usability of the document because this document has been built up over a century or more and it's kind of been added on to, and maybe the structure we have now isn't the one you would want if you started with a fresh blank page. The fact of the matter is, though, this is going to compress the timeline, and now public inputs, which often in the past have been as due as late as September, are now going to be due in April of 2026. That may have already passed by the time you're watching this. Either way, that only gives you about 6 months from publication to the point where the 2029 public inputs have to be submitted. So if you want to get involved, you better do it quick. As far as that code development timeline that I mentioned, well, it happens every 3 years. It's a 3-year process. And realistically, unless you're on a committee, there's really 2 brief periods for the general public to weigh in and influence the process. If you want to know what's happening, if you want to have some influence on what's happening, you really need to be directly involved with a committee.